Got it.
Okay, now we're recording. So let me back up. I'm not going to repeat everything that I just said, but I do want a nice clean recording because we want this color confident class to be available to anyone down the road. So we're creating this not only for those of you who are joining us live on Zoom, but also we are streaming this into our private customer group on Facebook. But then also we want to have this recording so that you can share this with friends. So let me just start over and tell you that my name is Reagan Danforth House. I'm a senior sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics, and I've been teaching skincare and color to women so that you can feel more confident and beautiful in the skin that you're in. And I've been doing that for over 20 years. And so our focus this year as our empowered unit is a more confident me in 2023. So you might be watching this in 2024 or 2025, who knows? But what we decided to do is create a class totally free to anybody who wanted to do it. Consultants are on here learning. We have guests on here learning. And if you have the Mary Kay products in front of you, or you may have whatever's in your bathroom, all right? And if you don't have it and you know that you just got to have it, then that is when you want to reach out to your Mary Kay beauty consultant and say, okay, this is what I got to have. So as we're using products, we will tell you what we're using and we're going to kind of educate you on that. But just know that this is something that we wanted anyone and everyone to be able to learn and grow your confidence. And so I was starting to introduce Joyce when I realized that I wasn't recording. So I want to introduce to you one of my fearless friends, Joyce Korn. Hi, Joyce. And so she has said yes to me. So these women that you're going to be hearing from during our 8-week course are my amazing consultants. We've never done this before. So we are learning not only a lot of the consultants are learning some of these new skills and techniques so that they can share them with you. Some of them already know that, but man, figuring out Facebook and Zoom and recording and going live and streaming and chats and all of that, we're learning that too. And so this has been such an incredible learning experience for all of us to grow our confidence. And I have found, haven't y'all found, that one of the main ways that we can grow our confidence is by stepping out of our comfort zone and being willing to learn and try new things. And if you are doing everything perfectly, then you are not growing. You are not learning. You are not challenging yourself. And so we try to focus more on progress over perfection. So I want to encourage y'all to do that too. If you're watching this and you're like, I don't even wear makeup because no one ever showed me how, you are in the right place, because that's exactly what we want to do. We just want to give you some good basic pointers that you can apply every day. Or for some of you, it may be more of your glamour look that you do on special occasions. All right. So as we go through the products, feel free to grab the things that you want to use, have a piece of paper out, or to have your phone ready to text your beauty consultant so that you can find things if there's stuff that you know that you want. And I am going to have Joyce just take it away, because she has done such a beautiful job not only saying yes to me, even when I make her do things that make her step out of her comfort zone, but the first thing she did was say yes to something that she knew she just wanted to learn more about. She didn't say yes to what she already felt totally confident in. She said yes to what she wanted to learn more about. And Joyce, I just think that says a lot about you. And I think that is very exciting. So I'm going to pass this over to you so that you can start however you want to go.
Okay. Well, thank you for the opportunity to share what I have recently learned about contouring and highlighting. We're going to be talking about blush colors. We're going to be talking about contour and highlighting, and we're going to be showing you some techniques along with some brushes that are ideal for what we're going to be doing that we have. I'm sure you can use your own brushes, but there are so many ways to do this. So if I do it and you go, oh man, I don't do it that way. There's so many ways to do it that I only learned a couple of ways to do it. So you might be able to chime in and tell us how you do it that makes it easier and faster, because we don't want to be spending an hour in the bathroom before we leave the house. I'll have to tell you, I got to my daughter's house tonight at 6:05 and had to wash my face, put on my foundation, do my eye makeup, and put on lips. And I had that all done before 6:30. So you don't have to spend an hour. Now, contouring will take a little while to learn. I gotta admit, the first couple of times I put it on, I was going, oh my goodness, I can't go outside like this. But you learn how much pressure to put on with the brush. You learn how much material how much product to put on the brush before you touch your face.
That is so true. Yes. Yeah. I love that. So speaking of, so several of our consultants are under a tornado watch right now, or they just hopefully are not in a tornado watch anymore. So Joyce had to pivot very quickly to a new place, new location without like, I'm just so impressed. I'm so impressed that you are here.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm here. I'm here too. I didn't get hit by a tornado, but evidently something hit the power line because I was suddenly in the dark. So contouring, we're going to add the right mix of blush, highlighter, and contour so you can amplify your natural beauty. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the contouring. And Mary Kay's Chroma Fusion contour can be used to create an all-over glow for a lit from within warmth. Easily contouring comes via light or dark matte tones that blend with skin from seamless shadowing. The first thing I'm going to show you, and the contour that I am using tonight is called Latte. And there are two colors. Oh, good. There's his.
So I've got these in our compact, and what I did is I've got the lighter shades here, the lighter highlight and contour, and then the darker highlight and contour, so that you could see the difference of this is for ivory and beige skin, and that one is called glazed. And then honey glow is the one more for bronze and ebony skin tones. And then the latte is the lighter contour, and the cocoa is the darker contour. So you can see those.
And tonight I'm going to be using the glazed highlighter and the latte contour.
Great.
And now I watched a lot of videos, and there's a lot of different ways to use highlight. You can use the Chroma Fusion highlighter, or you can use a lighter shade of the under eye corrector. And with the under eye corrector, you just dot. And then you use your sponge and you just dab. Now what you're trying to do, and while you're doing the center, I have a square face. So I'm wanting to pull the center of my face out or let it be highlighted. And then where contouring is where I'm going to try and sculpt my cheeks and jaws to appear.
Tell me when you want me to show the different face shapes so everyone should we describe the different face shapes so everyone can kind of identify what theirs is?
You want to do that first? Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And so
I can actually talk about them. Yeah, I looked everywhere for this page, and I don't think I didn't find it. But
okay. You guys, is everybody able to see this fairly well on your screen? And we will post this in our Facebook group. And you can also get it from your consultant. She's got it on her training website, In Touch. Okay, so Joyce, can
Okay.
you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And
Do these top three first, and then I'll scroll down for the others.
okay. Well, with the oval face, you're actually wanting to bring out your cheekbones. So that's why you see the highlighter is on the forehead and on the chin. And then you're going to be using the contour underneath your cheekbone to sculpt some, so that can be, instead of being highlighted, it's going to be withdrawn. It's going to like disappear. And then you're going to use your blush on your cheeks to bring those points out. And if you'll notice, they're a little closer to the nose than the way most of us wear ours, because you want to bring out the center and narrow her face. You know, to bring it out, it's more round, so you want it to be, and then that's with the square face also. And with the round face, you use more contour on the jawline because you're wanting a more pointed chin, and you're actually contouring up on above the brows on the side to make that go in, sink in a little bit, and not be so dominant like a round face. You know, a lot of people with round face wear their hair kind of over their forehead so that you know, they can alleviate some of the forehead, which makes their face not look quite so round. Same thing with square jawed people. I would contour up in this area and below the cheekbone, and then use they actually have a highlighter. I didn't notice that, but they have a highlighter on the far cheek, and then your blush is in the center. And they use like the highlighter on the chin and on the jawline to kind of lessen the squareness of it. Okay, I guess I could just read. Okay, a heart-shaped face is a lot the same. They're using a little bit more contour underneath the cheekbone so that really sinks in more, and they highlight the top with blush to bring out, to lift the face up a little bit. And then the long face is they're using the contour straight across. I'm so sorry for that noise, but along the forehead to help shorten the face. That's what they're doing. And they put highlighter underneath the lip right here in this area, and they're highlighting upper parts of the jaw, and then their blush is a little bit lower than like I wear mine. Okay.
So does everybody know what your face shape is? Put in the comments here on Zoom or on Facebook. Feel free to put in the comments which face shape is yours. So I'll bring it back up here for a second. We've got oval, round, square, heart, and long. So oval is where the length and width of your face are nearly equal with a slight curve to the edges. Square is where the length and width of your face are equal while the edges are more angular and defined. So you have that nice defined jawline. Round is where your face is equal in width and length with curved round edges. Diamond, which actually isn't on here, but a diamond face shape is the length of your face is noticeably longer and you have a pointed chin and narrow hairline. Heart shape, your forehead is wider than your jawline and chin. That's kind of, I think I'm a kind of heart shaped. I'm kind of in between of like a heart and an oval, because I do have a pretty big forehead, but then my jaw does go down kind of to a, or my chin goes down to kind of a point. But I don't have very prominent cheekbones. I have to draw those in. So y'all are going to see my cheekbones magically appear here in a little bit. And then oblong or long face here is where the length of your face is longer than the width, but your forehead and jaw feature round curves. Okay. And so I put a post in on our Facebook group, and I'm going to put it in here again. I'm going to make a comment to see if this will help it pop up to the top. Hopefully it will. If not, you can do a search for face shapes, and I'll post it again later. But everybody figure out what your face shape is so you can see where you want to be putting your contour tonight. So it's typically, most of the face shapes have a little bit of the darker, you know, on the sides to kind of narrow the forehead. Because if you think about it, just like in art class, if it's darker, it looks further away. If it's lighter, it looks closer to you. So when you think about like a highway, you know, if you're drawing a picture of a road, you make it narrower and darker to make it look further away. And you make it bigger and brighter to make it look more prominent. So that's actually going to narrow your face. Okay, Joyce, I will stop sharing this and let you take it away.
Okay.
Ooh, look at you. I love it.
Okay. Now, when you first put this on, you're going, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Well, okay. I've watched a lot of videos on contouring, and oh my gosh, I would think that some of the people were getting ready to perform in some Broadway show. And, but that'll all become evident. So what I'm using to do this with is the cheek brush, and it has a little indentation. I don't know if you can see it. See the little, what you do is you hold it and you slide your thumb up, and it makes it fan out, and that makes it a very good, you just get your product and you put it on. Okay, now, whoa, she's got a line of dark on her face. Yeah, well, we're going to blend that all, and it's all going to just disappear. It's all going to just disappear.
And I was surprised when I was learning too, that it goes higher. It's not down underneath your cheekbone.
No, it's right.
It's literally the bottom part. It's not under your cheekbone. It's the bottom part of your cheekbone.
I was trying to figure out how to describe that, because most people will do to find where their cheek is. Mm-hmm. And then all you do is just.
I'm just going to do this side of my face so you to show the difference too.
Oh, okay.
Just to give a kind of a before and after. And when you do it up at your forehead, you do not want to have a spot between where your hairline is.
No, you want to blend it in.
Yeah, it's going to give you like a weird head shape if you're contoured and then you've got white. So you contour all the way into your hair. And I like to do my nose, which this is just the ones that we're talking about today is really focusing just on your face shape. It doesn't really do like the nose or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What I loved about
oh, good. Oh, you did yours. Yeah.
Yeah. You put a little bit of contouring on the edge, on the inside, and then you can use a little bit of highlighter, and you can make your nose appear more narrow.
And I really like that, because I don't think I have a particularly big nose, but on camera and in pictures, which of course is our life now with Zooms and Facebook and everything like that, I always feel like my nose looks really big in pictures if I don't contour. So I'm going to look at the difference.
Oh yeah, wow. Mine actually didn't turn out so bad.
And then, no, you're getting so good at this. And then,
Well,
and then that little,
it's totally different looking at yourself in a mirror and watching yourself on the screen.
mm-hmm.
Totally different.
And look how this makes your lips look fuller.
Oh, for using contour? Oh,
Yeah, so that's why you do that contour underneath to separate your lip and your chin. I'll go ahead and do the full. See how it gives you a pout?
oh, it does.
Mm-hmm. So you just do a little bit right there.
Yeah,
I
and
did
there,
it too far out because I was trying to just do it on one side. So I went
yeah,
too far out.
and you can use the is it the cream brush that you can use for contour also? Yeah, I think it is the cream.
I use this. I use our you can use the cream blush for your concealer. The blending brush. I love
Blending brush. Yeah,
this is what I use for my when I want more. You can do it like when you want to be a lot more controlled.
precise. Yeah, yeah. Anyone have any questions?
So we've only done contour so far. We haven't done highlight, right?
No, we haven't done highlighter yet.
Okay.
Now the highlighter I have is the glazed, and you use it the same way for my face. It said to you do a for the square, you do a little bit more up and on the forehead. Boy, you can tell that in the light. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little on the chin, because we're wanting to break this square up. Now, I'm going to put a little bit. Ouch. Still learning how to.
Part of the brush. Did you show us what part of the brush we're using?
Yeah.
You did already? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That top part.
Yeah.
And you just go right on the very top part of that cheekbone.
Yeah. And you probably don't notice it so much in your mirror, but when you're in front of a ring light, you really see where that the shininess comes, or the glow, I guess is what it is.
And I'm going to do, while you're doing that, I'm going to use my concealer. I did not do my concealer under my eyes. I just did a little bit of my usual foundation underneath it. So even though I know you guys did concealer last week, because that is part of my contour.
Yeah.
Is I put some of this here, or you can do the under eye corrector under here, and you can do that there too, like Joyce already told you. And then I do use my concealer / cream eye color brush for that.
Now, what are we doing there, Reagan? You're eliminating?
So I am eliminating dark circles under the eyes, and I'm lifting this triangle of youth here.
Oh, okay.
Giving an eye lift. And then I'm also, we teach the Nike swoosh, and you just clean up that eyeshadow right there and look at the eye lift.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to try that.
Mm-hmm. So if you are young, really young, you can do the under eye corrector in the triangle like you see on YouTube videos. But if you have any baggy eyes, puffy eyes, anything like that, you don't want to use a highlighter under that whole triangle area under the eye. You use a concealer, and then you use the under eye corrector just in the corners like they taught last week, or you do the under eye corrector just where it's dark. It's very precise. Otherwise, what you're doing is you're highlighting and you're bringing out the bag, the puffiness, and you're actually going to accentuate it. So that's why I did not do that under my whole eye. But look at, by just using a slightly lighter shade that matches my skin.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah. Wow.
And I haven't even done my cheeks yet, or my cheek color yet.
Everybody's muted, so we're not hearing all their comments.
We're not hearing all the people falling out of their chairs right now.
Yeah, yeah, really.
I know.
Okay.
I love it though. I'm seeing you guys, I'm seeing y'all look in the mirror when you're, those of you who are doing it with us, and you're like, love it.
Let me see some faces.
Got, and then I love our
Okay.
powder brush because I can just soften it a little bit. And so I do it pretty precise, and then I go on and I soften it a little bit. Because you don't want to see where it starts and where it stops. You want it to look very natural. Unless you're a Kardashian at a photo shoot, which is amazing. That's not me every day, you know. So
Oh, it's not?
this is more of a me every day. Look at that. I can't get over, even I've been doing this and I know it. And I still am like, oh my gosh, I look 20 pounds lighter on this side of my face.
Oh, well, I could use that.
Okay, so tell us where we put the cheek color.
Okay, now for me, my cheek color is going to go right above.
I'm going to bring our little flyer, our face shape flyer back on here so everyone can see a little refresher of where your cheek color goes. So if we did the contour right at the bottom, so I've seen it taught before where the cheekbone is basically, your cheekbone is kind of flat like this, okay? And so the contour is going on the bottom part of the cheekbone, not underneath it. And the highlighter goes on the top, very top part of the cheekbone, not up on your eye. You want it to be on your cheekbone. And then the cheek color goes right there in the middle and kind of blends the two together, right? Am I saying that right, Joyce?
Yeah, yeah.
And the cheek color goes, you want it to be about 1.5 to 2 fingers width from your nose and at least 1 to 1.5 from your eye. Now I have a really small face, so, but you do not want to crowd your eye and you don't want to crowd your nose. That actually ages you. You want it to be on the outer edge of that where your little apple popper right there. So starting in the back and moving forward so that it's a little bit bolder in the back and then kind of blends forward to the top of your cheek right there. You do not want to be right up against your nose or right up under your eye. Your cheek color should not be up here.
Well, look at that.
Isn't that amazing? I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm zooming in a little bit more in case anyone needs to look a little bit closer. Y'all see that? Okay. I love the difference from the two sides.
Oh, wow. On Reagan, on you, it is amazing.
Yeah, that, I mean, anybody, if you just do the one side, if you want to see like, all right, what's the difference? Just do one side and you'll be totally convinced.
Jennifer R.
Jennifer
Woohoo, woman.
too. She's got some contour magic. Love it.
Wow.
Okay, so Joyce, what else do we need to know before we wrap up?
Well, blend. You don't want any one thing to show, but I'm actually getting pretty warm in this room with the door closed and my cheeks are starting to be pink. But
and we will be doing We'll be doing our flawless finish on February 28th. That's our last class. So y'all know we do have our setting powders, our translucent powder, our finishing spray. We're not done. All right. This is just number 3 out of 8 awesome classes that we have prepared for you. And we just, as an empowered unit, want to thank you for joining us, letting us share with you, letting us have some fun with you. Joyce, thank you for taking on this new adventure. And then we thought you weren't going to be able to make it. And then here you are. You are a find a way, make a way kind of woman. And I just love that about you.
Well, thank you. I just decided not to let the excuse win.
That's right. I love it. I love it. So ladies, for those of you who are on Zoom, you are welcome to stay. We are having our Empowered Night, our meeting where we do celebrations and some other announcements and fun and recognition. So you're welcome to stay if you want to. If not, you are welcome to say bye-bye, call it a night. Ask if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask any questions. If you're in our Facebook group, we will check and answer any questions that you put in the comments. And if you are watching this recording in some other way and you have questions, please don't hesitate. In fact, right now, January and February of 2023, we are kicking off something company-wide where consultants have been challenged to share the skincare and color or. So if you already are familiar with our skincare and you want to do this color thing with your consultant, or if you have not tried our skincare yet and you are willing to just give it a try, no pressure. In Mary Kay, you just get to try it and see if you like it, see if it's for you. You are helping your beauty consultant with our 60 Faces in 60 Days challenge. So 60 people just saying, yes, I will try it. I will wash my face with Mary Kay. Like, why not? Maybe you've never used it before. Maybe it's been a long time. We've come a long way, baby, in our 60 years in business. And so let your consultant know that, you'd be willing to try it, whether it's samples that are mailed to you. You can do your own little FaceTime or Zoom, an in-person appointment. I mean, how many of y'all are like, so I love this. I am so excited because you guys, we are coast to coast. We have consultants in California and Florida. We have a consultant in Alaska. We are in like pretty much every state practically, it feels like. And so we get it. We have the time zones, and we're so grateful for technology, and we're so grateful that people are even more comfortable and open to this kind of gathering virtually. But we also are so excited to get back to the kitchen table and just be in your space and get to connect with you and love on you and pamper you and answer your questions. And so if that sounds like that is what you want, please let your consultant know, like, I just want to come over, or I want you to come over and have some coffee and play with some Mary Kay. So thank you again so much. Know that we are here to answer any questions that you have. I'm going to have to fix myself. I don't know how long if I can stay this uneven for the rest of our meeting. But it's great.
Talk like this all night.
I know, I'm just going to talk like this. So everybody, all right. So we're going to end our Facebook stream and our recording, and then we're going to transition over to our unit celebration. So thanks again, everybody. And consultants, don't go anywhere. We've got lots of fun things in store for you too.